Hey, welcome back to Hgwilldg Garage. Still working on old Pinky. I've got some parts for it though, some stuff that we can hopefully check off the list as I drop everything in the floor. So I've got throttle pedal, cable, and the bracket for the carburetor that we can try and knock out today before I spray a little stuff on this floor. My original plan this morning was to secure these gauges because, you know, they do what they do. Well, that didn't go as planned, which shouldn't have shocked me. I didn't realize that my plan wasn't going to work until it was too late. So I made one of these so the gauge could sit in like an odometer, and then you got the ring in the dash and the adapter ring, and it fills up the gap for the gauge to sit in. And then once I got to looking at it, I will, you know, if it pushes against the dash and this ring comes in from the back side and this comes in from the front side, what's stopping it from falling completely out? Because this will fall through the factory hole, because the factory hole is roughly this big. Well, come to find out, I'm missing more parts. Some Google searches, and I discovered that. See that stud right there? And then there's one right there. And then there's one over here and here as well over there. I'm gonna throw a picture up here. And that's what we're missing. Not only the U-shaped dealies, but there's 4 tab brackets that hold that dash adapter to the dash. So I called Dolphin Gauges and was just, you know, prepared to buy them. No big deal. I told the lady, hey, solar situation, these parts didn't come with this truck that I was finishing putting together, and I needed to order them, send them to me for free. So that says a whole lot right there. I mean, clearly they came from them, but she didn't have to do that, and thankfully she did. So thank you to Dolphin Gauges. I won't have to fumble around and try to make these work. So they're coming from Florida, might be here next week, so as soon as I get those, we'll knock that out. This stuff, throttle pedal, cable, bracketry and all that, it wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow. Today is Friday the 17th, I think. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be here till tomorrow, and I seen Big Brown pull up, and well, it came a day early. So we got this pedal, it's fully adjustable. I've already been playing around with it. We'll figure out, you know, the best place to put it, which, you know, probably be somewhere, I don't know where, probably in the worst place ever. With my luck, it'll be in the worst place possible, which it probably needs to line up with the clutch and all that. But I'm gonna lay that tunnel in here, make sure there's nothing crazy to get into, because I'm pretty sure you don't want it all the way over there. Probably needs to be as close as possible to, you know, for comfort and ergonomics, or whatever big word I probably misused. But yeah, so we got that. It's a pretty nice little deal. I could have swore this thing said made in the USA when I bought it. It's a Summit brand. Throttle cable kit, part number is this, 24-inch. That's the gas pedal. And then this is the throttle cable bracket. So I guess what we're going to do, we're going to mount the cable, mount the pedal, run the cable through, get all that mocked up, and then we're going to tear all this back down. Oh, back up. Okay, so e-brake. I've decided not to try to use the C10 e-brake because it looks like crap. Like there's nothing to hide it. You know, like on a C10 or something, it's up in the dash. The dash comes down, all you see is the lever. It's going to look like I put it there. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And it's not only going to look like I put it there, but it's also going to look like it doesn't belong there. So I've decided it's going to get a floor mounted handbrake, and I'm probably going to put it over here beside the seat. So I've seen some that put it on the left side here, and it looks like low car is probably my only option for that. Unfortunately, it's pretty pricey, but I just don't feel comfortable about wasting a bunch of time to try to make something that doesn't look good not look good anyway. Does that make sense? I just don't feel like, I don't think it's right to waste a bunch of time to try to experiment and make this work, as opposed to just mounting one in the floor and being done with it. So also today I need to weld those up. That's the plan. Let's prep some floor, get the welder out, fix these things, and then I'll break the camera out and we'll mount this throttle pedal and cable and all that fun stuff. Alright, so I got these things welded up. I had to run the Impala across the county to get a quote on some work, so I'm back. No holes. Left that hole up there because I'm not 100% sure if that was something utilized with the fender or not. If it's not, then my plan is to put a stainless steel button head bolt and nut in that thing, and it just look like it's doing something. Same way with those holes right there, and then there's some on the other side of it's a fender brace. It's a rod that's supposed to run from the firewall out to the radiator support or something that she doesn't have, so we're just going to thread some hardware in there and make it look like it's doing something, just to cover a hole up, and it'll be stainless, so it'll probably look okay. I got the pedal sort of marked where I believe that I want it. I need the cable coming through the firewall up there on the flat, so we're gonna put it. I'm gonna put one hole in it right there, check it out, see how I feel about it. Yeah, that's my plan. We're gonna put it right there. And, hopefully, if that'll give me enough swing and not cause me any problems. But you never know. All that stuff's cleaned up on this side too. I don't know if I showed those or not, but I got this mocked up. My hose will come down. There's another little zip tie tab right there. I got my thread inserts for these, and I don't know what I'm gonna do about those yet. I don't think I'm gonna do thread inserts, but it's definitely not gonna be these bleed to death screws. Oh, I got my, I don't think I showed this, but if you can look right there, that's the brake switch. So let me jump down there and show you that thing. That actually caused me to have to think a little bit on that one. That's the brake pedal switch right there, and it's fully adjustable here and here by the tiniest hardware ever, and got it screwed. It actually, the bracket is actually threaded, so it screws from there, and the wire will come in and out, and it's actually it completes the circuit for the brake lights as soon as you touch the pedal. Basically, might take a little fine tuning once I get power to it, but yeah, got the brake switch in. So let's see if we can attach. Only got about an hour. I got less than that, 45 minutes to work before I got to get done here for the day. But let's see if we can get this pedal mounted and maybe get an idea where the cable's supposed to come through.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition Product, race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, back on working with this thing a little bit. I've got a few irons in the fire, but I'm going to jump into videoing this, and then we'll jump back over to where I'm piddling with some other stuff. But I pulled the heater box, the HVAC stuff out. Created a third bracket to try to hold that steady. Got that figured out, and then I need to, well, that old kill mat, fat mat, whatever. This stuff was falling off anyway, but there was so much debris and dust and overspray on the firewall that had no chance in sticking. And these tags that's been put on here to weld up firewall holes isn't doing this any favors either. So I went back over it with the big nylon cut brush, and then somewhere around here I went over it with the small stainless brush and just tried to scrub it all out, and then I vacuumed everything up. I don't know what these little posts are. Those, I may cut those off. They don't look like they're bolted in, but I don't really feel like they need to be there. I don't know, maybe we'll just leave them. I'll probably get myself into some sort of weird mess that I could have avoided if I just left it alone. I made a bracket to the bottom of the HVAC box and flipped this 1/4 flange nut around backwards, sunk it in there, tacked it in, so it is absolutely secure now. They had it attached up here. I will just they had it attached up here. I will just reuse that, and then it was through this hole here with those little self-tapper screws deals, but they were coming from the inside out, so this was sticking out of the firewall. I will come from the outside in with a stainless 1/4 inch like button head screw. That way it looks clean. And then those 4 random holes that were in the firewall, I've now got those kind of plugged. Well, I guess they are just plugged with these stainless little number 8 screws, I believe. So they look like they're there doing something, but other than just plugging a hole, that's all they're there for. So we'll try to get this kill mat on, and then we can get the HVAC mounted back on there. Here's that little bracket, and I've got a thread set or a thread insert in that. I wish I had some way to cut a nice piece of aluminum to go over this where the heater hoses ran through and the control for the heater valve, to clean that up and maybe run these through grommets or something. I don't know, that bothers me, but I don't really have a good way, or I don't even think I have any material to even cut that out. I may get some measurements and farm that out. I know a guy up the road a bit who might have time to stomp shear me out something, I don't know. But yeah, still steady getting it. So for now, let's see if we can, as nice as I can possibly do it, try to get this firewall coated with the sound deadening. But these things right here, I mean, if they were flat, it would be one thing. But I mean, that thing, like that one's the same way. They're hanging off. So, and I have learned my lesson about grinding on those things. I learned it over there. I ground that one and ended up with a hole size of a 1/4. So, not going to do that again. So, I'll just do what I can with what I got. So, I'm gonna get some sound deadening laid out and try to roll it on. All right, this should wrap it up. Yet again, I've not done this is how I did it. I'm just doing, this is what I've done, just simply because I got to get this moving, and I've said that 1,000 times. But so I got the firewall, that sealer primer put on there. I wish I knew what this stuff was. I would just go ahead and paint it. A couple times I thought about just calling over there to that shop and be like, hey, what did you put on this firewall? But I feel like they would tell me 4-letter words and not tell me what they put on this firewall, so I probably should leave that alone. I got the harness put back where it's supposed to go. I did those riv nuts or thread inserts across through here. That way these things could be bolted on.
and not have to fiddle with a little nut and a bolt. So when this comes off to be fixed, then it's easier for them. Throttle cable's in. That's a bit much spring, it seems like to me, but we'll find out for sure. Still has some adjustment to do. It was rather close. I would much rather seen it have a little longer here, but I mean, the firewall and the carburetor is where they're at. So what else? I'm pretty sure I went over, I got the brake switch in. You can't see it, but it's down there, I promise. That's on, that's zip tied up, loomed around, or safely secured that way. Everything other than, I believe I'm going to put these rib nuts, maybe some like some number 8s in this trans tunnel covered. That way it's just not those screws. But it's sounded and all the way across. Here's pedals, blah blah, throttle pedal. This is got some adjustment left. This thing is splined to no end really, so I can move this pedal down so it's not like way up in the air. I still haven't snugged this up, so we'll be okay. But the grommet is in. I didn't show that. Actually, I meant to show that, but that firewall grommet is in. HVAC box is attached. The only thing I just realized I didn't do was the gauges. And I may be repeating myself, I don't know, but I went to make the bracket for the back of this and realized that I was missing more than just those U brackets. The steering column braces in. Sorry, bouncing around here. But I called Dolphin Gauge, that's who makes those, and I just told the lady that answered the phone, I was like, I told her the situation. I'd taken on a project and they seemed to have lost everything in the mix, and to see if I could buy these pieces. She sent them for free. Even sent an instruction book, talks about wiring and all that fun stuff. But that's one of the brackets. That's the multi-gauge bracket. This is the speedo bracket. But these little guys right here, these little Z clips, that's what was keeping me from doing the install, because those holes there actually go into the studs in the dash, and then these push against that adapter ring that goes around that gauge. I was going to do those on this video, but we'll save it and probably just jump on it next and knock it out, video or not. I think that's about it. Seems to be, I mean, everything seems to be all right. Dude, this light is unreal. If you ain't got one of these Milwaukee lights, whew, you're missing out. But I couldn't find my X-Acto knife, so I built this murder weapon here, and I've dang near bled to death. So if the police ever have to check this truck for DNA, I'll be the first one they call. I got the panel for the master cylinders sorted out. I think that's about it. We're getting there. I mean, it's been a rough week. I've been battling the flu all week, so kind of hit or miss. Man, can we mark anything off the list? I was going to do those. Speedometer cable, I think I'm going to try like a Monza or something small, because a Monza would have had a Saginaw. It could have had a Saginaw. I'm going to try that for a speedo cable. E-brake, that's my next battle. So throttle, kill mat, transmount spacer, HVAC box to firewall. I'm going to go ahead, where's those gauges at? I just seen them. Gauge mounts. I'm going to go ahead and knock those out before I go in and edit this video, because today is Sunday and I don't have a video, so I'm going to have to produce a video for today. But I think that's it. That'll have to do. Still steady pushing on. Thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. Oh, by the way, I have merch. I have some merch left.
All right, I shared this on Facebook and maybe Instagram and possibly on the community page on this channel, probably early December, late November, about having shirts. Not put it in any video yet just because I wasn't ready to, maybe, I don't know. But they finally showed up. So I was hoping to have a helpy helper down here, the junior CEO or whatever she is. But apparently she has a hot date with the Nintendo Switch. So here I am with the coat hangers and the garage door. Got t-shirts and a few hoodies. These things work cheap, so I really didn't like buy a bunch of those. Shirts I got starting in size medium through 5X, I believe. And I've got hoodies large through 5X, I believe. Not a whole lot of these, but some of the, most of the sizes in this. Shirts start at 25 for extra large and down. Double X is 28, 3X 29, 5 and 6 is 30. The hoodies start for extra large to large to extra large is 35. Double X is 38, 3X 39, 5X 40. Shipping, I'm looking at somewhere around $6 or $7 is where I'm trying to do. I'm going to get some mailers, like the poly mailers, and try to stuff these things in there and send them as cheap as possible. If you're interested in anything, I'm going to put my email in this description of this video. Only payments I have is PayPal and Cash App. So yeah, if you're interested in a shirt or a hoodie, hopefully I have the size you're looking for. Hopefully you're interested, because my wife kind of choked when she realized how much I spent on shirts and hoodies. So yeah, please help me get these things out of here, or the entire family will be wearing Left 4 Dead shirt. Matter of fact, I only have one on. I just realized that. Yeah, so they're Hgwilldg dry blend. If that makes a difference, I don't know. They seem to be an alright quality shirt and hoodie for that matter. They're not exactly Carhartt thick, but it's about as average on the thickness of the hoodie. If you're interested in anything, shoot me a message, shoot me an email. I'm going to post this on Facebook as well. Message me on the Left 4 Dead Garage channel, YouTube, Facebook, Left 4 Dead Garage. Message me on the Facebook page, the Left 4 Dead page, or an email, whatever. But yeah, finally got merch. Don't know how long we'll have it, or if I'll order any more. But then the front, it's just Left 4 Dead Garage and the little play button there, which probably could have lived without that part. But yeah, it's actually oddly like the car looks oddly real. I mean, it's obviously a real car, but I mean, I took that picture, so yeah. Don't worry, you won't get these. I'll gift these to the person that was supposed to help me, since she can have the dirty one now. Thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. Please buy my stuff.
But I guess we'll just keep pushing on until the end, or until it goes up the road for exhaust, and then I can start driving it and shaking it down. But I mean, there's still a lot of fine tuning left. Yep. So thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. We'll see you on the next one.